This is the second generation Honda Pilot. Kind of looks like a big box on wheels. As gas prices are going up, I don't know who's really going to want to buy a big, boxy SUV.
We got to remember there are families out there with plenty of kids. They maybe go to the cottage or the cabin or go skiing or tow a boat and they need a big vehicle. And for them, this vehicle costs less than a V8 SUV. It uses less fuel, so it still might have a market.
But you know what, Zach? I said it before. It really does look like a big box on wheels. I just don't think a lot of thought went into the styling.
I agree. It looks to me like another boxy vehicle, the Nissan X-Trail, especially from the front. The wheels are pleasant enough, but overall Honda has taken a plain SUV and made another plain SUV.
The Pilot is an 8-passenger SUV, and it's got tons of space, and the price is very close to its competition. Now, there are 4 trim levels to choose from, and the base model starts at around $37,000, and it can go as high as $50,000 if you get this top touring model. It's a shame that the power liftgate is only offered on the top model. In other vehicles in this class, it's offered on lower trim levels. Once the liftgate is up, the interior shows off a vast amount of cargo area when the third seats are stowed. When the seats are up, there's a handy hidden cargo area under the floor. Honda has added extra room for all 3 rows of seats, making sitting in the back especially comfortable, even in the third row.
The front feels open and big because this thing is big. It feels wide. There's so much storage in here as well. The center console is massive. There's a big storage bin here as well. 2 storage areas in the door, even more in the dash, more here. You can really clutter it up with all your junk. The thing about this vehicle is it really doesn't look that great. It feels like a study in industrial design and not a place that's warm and comfortable. By contrast, the Mazda CX-9, about the same price, really feels much more warm and inviting to the occupants. The other thing is there's a lot of plastic in here that is hard on the doors, on the dash. It's all this hard plastic that scratches easily. This vehicle is pretty new and it's already showing some wear. The center dash is also cluttered with all kinds of buttons. It really looks like overkill to me. You know what? What happened, Honda? It used to be so good at simple, easy-to-use dashes. This one isn't.
You know what, Zach, I agree with you. I don't really like the center dash and console either. The gauges in here look kind of like they're suspended and it looks really cheap. Now, I do like this kind of frosted glass look, but it doesn't really seem to go with the rest of the dash and this hard plastic. I mean, I don't know, what was wrong with tried and true? We're very surprised to find out that leather seats and heated seats are only available on the higher trim levels, and that sat-nav is only offered on the most expensive unit. This is a limiting move.
There are some vehicles that are big, and then when you get into them, you drive them and you go, it actually feels smaller than it actually is. A perfect example is the GMC Acadia, the Buick Enclave, and the Saturn Outlook. This is the opposite. On the outside, doesn't look so big. You get in it, it feels